this is Susan Hart. Welcome back to my channel, and today I'm doing the work in progress tag for the book that I'm working on. What is the working title of my book? Right now the working title is The Sacrificial Rose. It was, when I first started to write it, The Sacrificial Rose of Life, and I just shortened up to TSR for ease of saying it. Where did I get the idea for my book? Different sources, but mainly what's been happening on the news, if you're familiar with what's going on in Texas with their abortion law, so forth, kind of like that. I do like dystopians, so I've read a few feminist dystopians, and that has helped with the idea, which I'll get to more than one of the later questions. And there's a few YouTubers outside of AuthorTube that I do watch that either has influenced the main character's hobbies or whatnot, like cooking channels, mommy vloggers, and most recently commentary channels like the Dad Challenge podcast, and to help with the main plot, to see how she drops, how the world or YouTube, something like a YouTube, would react to it. What is the genre of this book? It's a science fiction fantasy dystopian, and it's supposed to be an adult dystopian just because what it mainly focuses on, especially if I can get this into a series, because it gets darker in the second book, if I'm allowed to write the second book. And next question. Choose the actors for movie rendition. Unfortunately, I do not write with actors in mind, so I really can't help in either way. The main character may need more, well, either the main character may be a little bit more difficult to find. Think something on the line of Kamora Lee Simmons. I don't know how many of Black and East Asian mix are actually in acting, so there'll be and I haven't looked, so I really don't know how that's going to work out. Give a one-sentence synopsis of your book. A survivor of a hidden organization in the royal family, Zoe Pastorini, makes a video on her experience and helps start a revelation bordering on a revolution within the country to bring this organization down and possibly the mandated etiquette houses. Will your book be self-published or traditionally represented by an agency? Most likely an agency, unless things, when I actually get to the publishing stage, changes it all for me. But I do like the idea of having a team that the agency, a traditional publisher, gives the author, versus I have to find everything myself if I'm self-publishing. What other books would I compare this to? For the dystopian category, it's going to be a lot of feminist dystopian, one of which I haven't read yet, but think The Handmaid's Tale by Margaret Atwood, the Red Rising series by Pierce Brown, Box by Christina Zauscher, I think that's how you pronounce that her last name, The Grace Year by Kim Leggett, Outlawed by Anna North, and a self-published book by Bethany Adazada, the Evelyn's Number series. I read the first book. I haven't read the second book in that series, but along those lines. And for fantasy, because my main character is descended from the Fae and Fae, so these series do work, like the Folk of the Air series by Holly Black, the Shadowhunter Chronicles by Cassandra Clare, and another self-published book, the Trusted series by Jesse Elliott. And there are a few contemporaries that do follow social media, which is mainly the plot of the book. Some like Murder Treading by Gretchen McNeil and People Like Her by Ellery Lloyd. And then I do have Absolutely Remarkable Thing by Hank Green, just because the video that the main character May post goes viral. I do know it's a sci-fi, so that does work. but it's more of a, that is more of like a first contact with aliens thing. What inspired me to write the book? Well, it's a combination of the adult dystopians almost happening immediately after the regime has taken place, and the YA kind of takes generations after everything has been fucked up, and they are getting sick and tired of it, kind of like the Hunger Games and so forth like that. So I just basically been wanting to combine them, and also my overactive imagination kind of doesn't help things, especially when I get an idea for the book and then it just kind of sidetracks from editing it. What else might pique the book's interest? As I mentioned before, seeing if social media in this book can help, like with a revelation or revolution in any dystopian, because I haven't seen that done before. Again, not many have kind of regressed back into before social media, or they don't have it. Again, I've mentioned fae, there's elves, fairy, and pixies in the book. Also, there's going to be mentions of dragons, particularly the East Asian dragon. Only there's a few things going on with that. I will hopefully talk more about more about this book and what I'm figuring with the dragons, because there's a lot of what goes on with the dragons actually deals with the thoughts and places of where they're located and stuff. So, and as before, Zoe Pasquini does have elven DNA. That's through her dad's side, mostly through his mother, whose name is Amara Okafor. And then on her mom's side, she has what I'm calling the Flying Priestess marks. She's essentially that side through both of her grandparents. On that side, she is Dragon Blast. And it's not the full America that you know. There's after the normal civil wars, or there was another war within the country, and now the Americas has been fractured into several different countries. A few big, a few small. Texas is its own country now. Hawaii never fully comes a state, reverts back to their own kingdom, and Alaska has been purchased by the UK and is now one of the providence for Canada. It is friends to lovers, but a lot of the initial stuff happens before the start, and it is like a soulmate trope, which because of the elven DNA, I'm calling neuromorphs. So that's all for this video. I'll have my social media linked below. Please subscribe and like this video. Thank you. Have a good day.